Good Saturday morning, guys. Welcome to Exit Strategies Radio Show. I'm your host, Corwyn J. Millette, broker and owner of Exit Realty Low Country Group in beautiful, North Charleston, South Carolina, guys. Hey, your first time listening to the show, you are in for a treat. Guys, you probably hear it. This energy in the studio today is off the meter. Yes, 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 it is. So, guys, our mission here is very simple. That is to empower our community, guys, the African American community, through financial literacy and real estate education, guys. We are legacy building, guys. That is what we do. So, guys, you can catch us on social media. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube. We have our channel there. You can watch what we do, what we say behind the scenes in studio, guys. We record our sessions when we're in studio. We post those to our page. Guys, bear with us. We always put a little bit of a lag on it because, to be very direct about it, we want you to get the information firsthand. We want you to get it today while you want it to be gotten today, guys, but we're going to bring it back to you on tomorrow. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you're looking for our content for a particular show, you don't see it yet, just be patient. Keep coming back. Guys, we're going to probably speed that up before the year is out, maybe January. Make it a point to always get the show on the same week or maybe at the same time. We're just trying to figure out how best logistically to do so. But guys, we hear you. We want to get this message and this word out to you. So guys, look, hey, if you listened last week, I told you I was cheating a little bit, guys, while you guys were listening to what we were putting down here in the studio. Your boy was over in San Francisco getting some real estate education and information, guys, to bring back here to you. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'm back here. I'm just bouncing off the walls. But I want to take a little bit of liberty on the front end. And guys, we can take a little bit of liberty around here. We're going to take a little bit of liberty on the front end. As we were warming up in the studio, hey, look, we just had it, playing. And I want you guys to look this up. All right. I want you to do this for me if you don't mind. I want you to go. All right. I want you to go. And I want you to find the song Encourage Yourself. Yeah. Some of you guys know. When I said it, some of you know exactly what and who I'm talking about, okay? But I want you to go find the song Encourage Yourself. And there's a few different versions, guys, of it. Find whichever one works for you. But the lyrics say to encourage yourself in the Lord. Speak over yourself and encourage yourself in the Lord. So, guys, look here. I as we sat here and got warmed up a little bit, that thing put a smile on my face, and it put a move in my spirit. And I want you to experience the same, guys, because we're gonna be talking today about removing a barrier. You know, I'm very excited. I spent this time away. Got a little bit of rest and relaxation in. So don't think it was all work. Got a little bit of rest and relaxation in. Probably one of the first times in a very long time that I've done that. But I always make it a point when I go anywhere to learn or figure out something to help my client base, help the people that listen to us here on the show. I always got to give a shout out, guys, to Elder Evans. Got to give a shout out to him. Give a shout out to Larry McKellar. That's Prime Cuts of Charleston. BM Construction, Burt McQueen, our guy there. And there's countless other people that we work with in the industry around town to help get things done. You see what I'm saying? To help you guys as you seek to make, transactions happen. We want to, give a shout out to our lending partners. Tamara Vandiver with Movement Mortgage. She's great. She works with us. We love her. All right. Want to give a shout out to Thompson Landover Primary Residential. Great lender, very personable. We love them. Give a shout out to Jay Ingram. Look here, I got one of my old cohorts that has moved around a little bit back into the area now. I'm very excited about. Hopefully we'll have him on air soon to talk about some of the programs and things that he has. I also want to give a shout out to LaShawn Abraham. That's my people right there. Hey, money, if you're listening, because she's very, very intent on helping our community, guys. So look, we're always excited again about the opportunity to be where we are right now, to be in your ear, on your radio, wherever you may be listening, whether you're at work, whether you're in the car, maybe you're a police officer, firefighter, whatever, EMS, maybe you guys are riding around, tooling around town. Be careful out there. Got to give a shout out to municipal workers. Mr. Robert Brown put me on task about that, so I had to give you guys a shout at all times for what you guys do behind the scenes. But today, what I want to talk about is something that is very, very, very important. So I'm going to share with you this, and I'm going to start this off. I was in San Francisco this past weekend, okay? So in my time in San Francisco, presentations, various meetings and things I was attending. One session, market median rent for a 2-bedroom unit in San Francisco is $3,200 a month. That's rent. So here's a conversation that came out of that. Conversation spoke about purchasing, rental, variances between affordability, all those things in a city that is nearly 800,000 people. Matter of fact, over 800, nearly 900,000 people. Guys, our region is not that size, but we're a fraction thereof, and we have similar issues just on a slightly different scale. So we're going to talk today about that, because one thing that was said, and it made perfect sense. A school teacher, 2 school teachers, prime example, because this happened in San Francisco, in that area. 2 school teachers 10 years ago, a little bit beyond, had the option to purchase a house. One did, one didn't. The one who didn't is now still a renter and finds it very difficult to find a home to rent in that current market that is affordable to them. Because again, the median or average market rate rent is $3,200 for a 2-bedroom. Now that person that bought is a millionaire. Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, they bought a home that was affordable to them at the time. Market changes over the years in that market have now elevated that house that they bought that what they could afford on their teacher salary, has elevated the price of that home now above $1 million. And the person who did not buy, the person who thought about it, who waited, who came up, who didn't look for options, didn't look for ways to enter into the market, decided it wasn't now a time for them to buy. That person is now priced out of being able to purchase a home altogether. Now they're stuck being a renter. So this is a conversation that's been had oftentimes in our market, that's been had by myself as well as my agents repeatedly with folks who have said, okay, well, look, for whatever reason, I'm not going to buy now. I know of several people who have said that, who have not bought, and based upon the circumstances that are now at hand, will not be able to purchase unless something significant changes, meaning their income or the location where they wish to reside, or the availability of an influx of cash to be able to assist them. So today we're going to talk about and drill down on something. I got a report in front of me, guys. The report, the state of the down payment assistance program, but state of down payment assistance. This is huge. So I'm going to start off with a little statistic. I don't like to throw numbers around, but today we're going to throw a few of them. Recent study by the Urban Institute found that 53% of renters, so over half of the people renting, believe that saving for a down payment was a hurdle to home ownership. Hurdle. So in conversation, and I'll also share this, I'm going to add this to this because I just had this conversation this past week. One of my agents, shout out to Robin Collins, the deal doctor as we call her, who just had a home buyer workshop this week. In the process of going through, talking with people, and then collectively engaging the group, I asked a very simple question. How many people have money for down payment? And not a hand moved. So that is obviously a hurdle. So today we're going to talk about options to get you around it, guys, because your boy's been at work, okay? Yeah, that's what we do. So we want to remove obstacles from your life. I can't fix everything, can't fix anything, to be direct about it. But what I can do is work to find options, work to build bridges to get you from one place to another. And that's what we do. So along with the statistic I just gave you, 80% of potential consumers either didn't know or were otherwise misinformed or uninformed, if you will, about down payment requirements. Most people don't know what they need. 19% of consumers believe lenders make loans with a down payment of 5% or less. So roughly 1 in 5 people know that you can get a mortgage loan with less than 20%. Because again, you hear that all the time. You need 20% not to have MI, mortgage insurance on your property. Most lenders want 20% down conventional loans. Yes, that is true. But there's different programs out there, guys. We talk a lot about those various programs on air. Now, if you got 20% to put down, let's do it. Let's get you an easier loan, faster loan. But if you don't, then let's still find a way to get you into the market so that you can get into the market before the market shuts the door or otherwise prices you out. Guys, 87% of properties in our country are in an area that is eligible for homeownership grants or down payment assistance. That's huge. And Charleston is one of those areas, guys. Various counties, there's various programs. I can rattle off a few. But guys, look, if you want more information, I want you to take my number down, 843-364-3095. Again, 843-364-3095. I want you to call me. I want you to text me. Okay? The line gets busy. So text me and say, hey, Corwyn, I want more information on these down payment programs. When can I meet with you? Okay? So guys, look here. We just got the signal for the first break. Exit Strategies Radio Show. Y'all stay tuned. Guys, we are going to be right back. So guys, look, while we're on our break, real quick, we may pick up a little bit of this when we get back on air, but please understand there are a number of programs that are available that do not require 20% down as a down payment as far as loan programs. FHA is probably one of the biggest ones. It's kind of a go-to for most lenders. To be frank about it, it oftentimes is a go-to for many agents. They automatically think of 3.5%, but there are conventional programs that offer 3% down payment option. And then there also are even other programs sometimes that have less. The requirements for each program vary, so we won't get too far into that. But here's the thing to understand about FHA, guys. FHA, the Federal Housing Administration, I say Federal Housing Administration, guys, was set up, guys, by our government to help people become homeowners, understanding that homeownership not only is one of those things that provides stability and security within our neighborhoods and our areas, but also it's a fundamental housing, okay? And also it's a cornerstone to our economy. Most people don't understand that if the housing market is out of place, then everything else is out of place. So in turn, in order to fix it, so to speak, you have to get housing in order in that process. And if you think back to when we had, I don't like to call it a recession, but when we had a downturn overall in our economy, one of the things that came out of that was home buyer assistance or down payment programs to offset what was necessary. People got rebates or grants back for purchasing a home, and it allowed more people to own their homes, again, creating stability, and in turn, otherwise doing what it was needed to do, which was to stabilize that particular segment or sector within our economy. So guys, please keep that in mind. So FHA, the Federal Housing Administration, insures the mortgage, guys. They insure the mortgage, allowing a buyer to put less money down, so 3.5% down versus having to put 20% down. It's mortgage insurance is what it is. But the program guidelines are a little bit broader because, again, it's meant to encourage people into home ownership, assist them with achieving home ownership, because so many people, guys, may or may not have that opportunity. Guys, and we are back. Second segment, Exit Strategies Radio Show. I'm your host, Corwyn J. Millette, broker and owner of Exit Realty Low Country Group in beautiful, North Charleston, South Carolina, guys. Hey, thank you. And thank you several times over, guys, for listening to our show. We're very excited about the message that we bring to our community because our mission here is very simple. That is to empower our community, the African American community, through financial literacy and real estate education, guys. We're legacy building. That's what we do. Check us out, social media, Facebook, YouTube, our channel there. We post the recording from when we're in studio, guys. So that way you get behind the scenes. And I just dropped kind of a little bit of education, a little bit of a gem, if you will, in that first break, guys. So please make sure that you like our pages, watch the content, and sometimes this information may not just be for you. So today, guys, we're really talking about removing a barrier, talking about the difficulties that most consumers, home buyers perceive exists when it comes time to purchase a home and down payment. So understanding that, very real. Guys, look, some of you right now are thinking, I love to own my own home, but I can't do it. I can't afford to do it. Okay, that's a fair statement. But I'm gonna challenge you on something, and you guys know I'm very big. If you've listened to us continuously or listen to us for any extended period of time, I'm very big on mindset. So whatever it is that you believe is what it is that exists. I think that's a fair statement. If you believe you don't have, then you won't have. If you believe that you will, then you can. Very simple. So I want you to work on changing your belief process. Maybe you don't have money for a down payment, but that doesn't mean that you can't buy a house, because we can find you some assistance, and that's what we're really talking about today. So here's a quote, part of a quote, and it's a reality within our industry. Many borrowers are paying more in rent than they would pay for a mortgage. I just recently saw one of my Facebook friends, make make a comment, and it's a reality, but they were surprised about what people are paying to rent. $1,000 for. Matter of fact, I just had this happen this past week with in the home buyer session I was referring to earlier. Someone was paying $1,200, $1,13 a month for rent for an apartment. Imagine what that could have been as far as a house goes. So due to bills, household expenses, family obligations, a lot of people just don't have the ability to set aside money. So you're paying $13, $14, $15 a month for rent. Maybe you can't save an amount equal to that, or a few $100s or several $100s a month to go towards saving towards a down payment. So it will take you a much longer period of time to accumulate the money necessary to put 20% down. Now I'm gonna enlighten you on something as we kind of go forward here, because when you start thinking about it, guys, all you're doing is trying to quote unquote win a race, if you think about it. So almost 47% of borrowers said that saving for a home was the main barrier while they faced in being able to purchase a home. So that kind of reiterates the fact or the feeling, if you will, the sentiment from a lot of consumers that are looking to get into home ownership. They just don't believe, okay, I can do this because I don't have the money saved. So we've talked about, scattered over the last several weeks, guys, your expense management plan, the budget, the B word, put it in place, start allocating, make sure you're saving something. But we got programs and we got help for you. Again, I'm gonna throw you my number, 843-364-3095. I want you to call, I want you to text. If I don't answer, guys, my voicemail fills quickly. I get a fair amount of phone calls. Please text me, say, Corwyn, I heard the radio show. I wanna know more, when can we meet? Okay? Guys, let's meet and talk about it, because your understanding will be different in a face-to-face meeting, consultation, versus just random information, because random information changes, if that makes sense. By the time you pick it or pull it, distractions, you may miss a key word here or there. Look, for those of you that are Bible scholars, you know as well as I do, two people read the same scripture, somebody reading fast, one person reading slow, their interpretations are completely different. So guys, let's get this information, and let's figure out how we can help you before this year start on the process of becoming a homeowner. Some of you guys will actually make it before this year is out. Some of you guys are going to have clearer vision in 2020 and you're going to make it happen then. However that thing breaks down for you, that's what we're going to do and what we're going to work and focus on. All right? So here's a reality. Again, continue with some consumer quotes here. It would have taken me several more years to save up for a down payment if they hadn't had down payment assistance. Now, their mortgage is cheaper than what they would have been paying rent. Because that's the reality, guys. Oftentimes, and even in our current market, guys, what you're able to purchase versus what you're paying in rent for the same thing, guys, there's a disparity between the two. And in our current market, the incline is on the rental side. You pay more to rent an apartment than what you would pay if you were buying it. Oftentimes, there's hundreds of dollars difference between the two. So when you start looking at it and putting that into context, now you have the opportunity to own something similar to what you would have bought and been in a better position. But here's the real eye opener here, guys. So the reality is that many of you think from a thought process. Some of you, guys are old school with it, and I get it. Believe me, I understand it because I was raised by, 2 generations up. My great grandparents raised me, so they instilled in me, and I watched them do things, guys, that people don't do anymore. So that's what I learned, and not saying that's what I expect. But here's the reality. The reality is that while it may appear to be prudent or to be safe or be better for you to work to save up a down payment, what you're not paying attention to is what will cause you harm. So while you're doing that, what you're not paying attention to is that your rent is going up. Every time you renew, your rent goes up typically, right? Which means that your ability to save is diminished every time you have a rent increase. So it's going to take you longer. What you're also not paying attention to is student loan debt if you have it, or if you're planning on going that direction, or if you have children, that you may assume some debt or assist with debt. Or maybe you went through school and your payments are about to kick in for your student loans. Yeah. So that's going to eat into your budget. Also increasing home prices, guys. So the reality is that a 1% increase in an interest rate equates to 10% in buying power lost. That's a reality. So guys, while these home prices are increases, interest rates, if they change, now it's going to take you much, much longer to get to that down payment. Guys, we just got the signal for the second break. You listen to Exit Strategies Radio. We'll be right back. So look, this is the full thought process. The savvy consumer. So you have to make a decision. Are you the savvy consumer? Some of you guys will wait simply because this is how you are conditioned, how you think, how you process. You will wait. And there's nothing wrong with waiting. Just understand that when you wait, you assume the risk in doing so. Getting out of the market because you want to save for a down payment. The time it takes you to get to the money that you need to save, along with the increase in interest, potential increases in interest rate, potential increases in home prices. And granted, there's always fluctuation, but you don't know. On average, the real estate market appreciates 3 to 5% annually over historical average. There are some times when the market has declined. Yes. There are some times when interest rates have declined. Yes. However, when you couple it all together and look at it from a historical standpoint, the market historically has not declined, either in price. Interest rates, yes, have historically lowered. However, when you couple the two, the reality is that we're now paying similar payments for more house than we were years ago at a higher price. Let me say it that way, at a higher price. So keep those things in mind, guys, as you kind of look at and make a decision on what you're going to do. So, guys, we're going to start talking about, and give an introduction. We're doing an actual application process for uh, rural loans. We'll be doing that, guys, on the 14th of December. You can reach out to our office, 843 225 3. Oh, I'm sorry, 843 619 3005 for more information on that. Guys, we are back. Final segment, Exit Strategies Radio. I'm your host, Corwyn J. Millett, broker and owner of Exit Realty Low Country Group in beautiful North Charleston, South Carolina, guys. We've had an amazing show. Very excited. I want to give a quick shout out to my son, Corwyn Millett II. He's out there in the streets today, not able to be in studio with us, out there on the hustle and the grind. So look here, keep getting at it. For the rest of y'all out there doing similar, same thing, Godspeed, but most importantly, God's umbrella. May he watch over you guys as you guys do your thing out there. Look, we've been talking about removing barriers. That's a big thing for me. I made it a point coming into 2019, guys, that we were going to do that. So I want to point out, guys, we have an application session, guys. We have access to an amazing loan program, 100% financing, potential subsidies available. We have an application session that's going to be taking place out in Hollywood on December 14th. Please give my office a call, 843-619-3005. Again, 843-619-3005. You have my cell number, guys. You can text me there as well. Say you want information on that. I'll make sure that my assistant follows up on that, 843-364-3095, guys. We have new homes being built in that area. Have up to $39,500 in down payment assistance. Yep, you heard that right. $39,500 in down payment assistance for buyers that qualify, guys. Look, I want you on the rolls. I want you on the list. Need to reach out. I've increased my lending partners, guys, that can offer you guys 100% financing, some directly at 100%, some others with down payment assistance. Guys, we don't need to have or put up a wall anymore. We don't need to build an obstacle course or a hurdle, if you will, to get into home ownership. Guys, you ain't got to go through all that no more. Let's help you level out the playing field, so to speak. Let's help you get there. Minority home ownership, guys, lags. Let's fix that. Now, we're going to educate you because we need to make you smarter consumers, want to make you more savvy, want to help you build wealth. And you can do that through the ownership of real property, guys. Real estate appreciates in value. God put the land here that is here. He ain't put no more here, all right? There ain't no more coming. Is that fair? So with that, there is scarcity. Now, there's an abundance because there's a lot of space that's undeveloped. However, people want to be where people want to locate at. And with that being understood, pricing is dictated by that. Supply and demand. It's basic economics. So guys, we want to help you to understand that. We want to help you get into the game. But most importantly, me and my team, we want to help you win. That's what we set out to do. So guys, you always have my number. You can always call, always can text. Again, my line does ring and I do get busy. So send a text if you don't get an answer. And just say, hey, Corwyn, look, I want to meet with you, member of your team. I want to find out what I need to do to own a home. I'm tired of doing it the way that I've been doing it. You know what I sound like? I sound like altar call, don't I? But look here, that's a reality. Because sometimes you guys got to be checked in what it is and where you are. So what it is that you're doing now that you're not doing how you want to get it done. Sometimes you got to be called out on that. You got to be called up front so we can help you, so we can let you know that there's a way. So guys, look, give us a holler. For you that are faithful listeners, I want to shout out my folks out there in Monkey's Corner. My mama out there, y'all. She listens. I want to shout out Sheila out there. You rock. I appreciate you. I want to shout out my people out in Cross. You guys listen to us out there. Yeah. Got to give you guys a shout. I appreciate you. Guys, this is Exit Strategy. It's my baby. It's how I give back. Y'all make it a great week. We love you, and we'll talk to you next time. So guys, that was a lot of information. Most importantly, if you didn't catch it, you know where to get it. So please reach out. Don't hesitate. Don't miss out on the opportunity. We don't have to build walls. We don't have to create obstacles. We don't have to do any of that. All we got to do is move forward. We'll lay these things down so you can get on through. So let's make that thing happen. This has been Exit Strategies, guys. We appreciate you. Most importantly, we love you. We'll talk to you next time.